Dalio, and welcome into the Sports Corner. I'm Steve Spears. Let's get to it. Today marks day one of the Big 12 Women's Tennis Championships here in Stillwater. After finishing an undefeated season, the Cowgirls are staying home as the top seed in the Big 12 tourney. OSU will face the winner of UCF and Kansas, who play later today. Already completed, Baylor held off West Virginia, and TCU squeaked past Kansas State. Fans who want to watch the tournament in person can get a ticket for $5 at the entrance. But fans who want to live stream can do so on ESPN+. Man, it was all heartbreak for Cowboys fans at Old Break last night. Landon Pat shows us the ups and downs of the midweek matchup.
Cowboy baseball suffered a nail-biting loss last night, losing to number 25 ranked Dallas Baptist 8-7. It was a quick start for the Patriots as an RBI single in the first gave them the early lead. Bottom of the first, the Pokes responded with a Nolan Schubert 2 RBI single and a Jackson Cruz sacrifice fly, which would put them up 2. Dallas Baptist wouldn't go away as they would score 1 in the second and 2 in the third. The scoring kept going as Carson Benj would tie things up in the fourth. The high-scoring affair early would lead to multiple pitching changes for both teams. Even with the runs giving up, head coach Josh Holliday says it was a good pitching day for the staff.
Dom was solid in his first extended look. He wasn't great, he was solid. Ryan did a nice job, pitched very well. He would have kept pitching if not for a little cut on his hand. Bryson, he started up after giving up a homer. Drew did his job. Evan was fine. Ryan, those kids all did a nice job. The closers got the hardest job in baseball. That's why the highest levels, they pay those guys the most money.
In the top of the 7th, DBU's second baseman would hit a solo shot, tying up the game. 1 inning later, another Patriot sent one into the bullpen to give them the lead. With time running out to retake the lead, Nolan Schubert stepped into the box with a man on second. He would power out a pitch into deep right, giving the Pokes the lead back in front. Carson Benj would come up to close, but give up his first blown save of the season with a 2-run home run. The Cowboys wouldn't be able to rally a second time, going scoreless in the bottom of the frame. The Cowboys will look to get back on track against Kansas State in Manhattan starting Friday. Reporting from O'Brate Stadium, Landon Pats, Ocali TV.
Just like Willie Nelson, Cowgirl softball is on the road again. This midweek game is imperative to get the stink off after the weekend series against Iowa State. The Cowgirls will take on Wichita State shortly after the Dalio. This series isn't close between these two teams. The Cowgirls lead 88-16 overall and 30-6 on the road. But they did lose in both meetings last year to the Lady Shockers. Tune in after Dalio on ESPN+. Anytime there's a new coach in town, there's a learning period. But for defensive coordinator Brian Nardo, he hit the ground running last year as the Pokes would go 10-4. For defensive lineman Colin Clay, while last year was great, there's even more to build on.
Just focusing on the important things. Last year, it was our first year in his new defense. So, this year is just emphasizing the things that, we could fix from last year because we run a lot of positions last year where we could have been successful in these things. And the things that we weren't successful on, that's the points that they were putting up on the board. So he emphasizes we got 10 wins, in these 10 wins, we did this. So these 4 losses, these are the things that, we made mistakes on that we can fix. We fix those now. The sky's the limit for us, so I expect great things from all of us this year.
When it comes to international basketball, the Avengers have assembled. USA Basketball has announced the full 12-man roster for the senior men's team that will compete in Paris. Several players from the likes of LeBron, Steph Curry, and Kevin Durant will all be a part of this year's iteration. Coming off a 4th place finish in the World Championships, high-profile players opted to participate in this year's games to take back the title of the best basketball country. This time, many players wanted to opt in. It was back in 2008 with the Redeem team. That's all the time we had today from the Sports Corner. Just ahead, a Super Bowl champ is going from hoisting to hosting. The ladies at the desk have it after the break.